Hello and welcome to the Munce Report this week as trainer Chris Munce brings us up to speed with all the latest stable news and previews. Welcome, mate. How are things back at headquarters? I guess you're well and truly back into the regular routine after what's been a busy Magic Millions period.
Yeah, certainly, Adam. I mean, Magic Millions is always pretty hectic, but it's nice to be back into the swing of things, back in the stable routine with the horses and starting to try and get a bit of this new blood coming through.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit of that transition period for you, isn't it, with horses coming back into work? And I believe you're looking forward to welcoming some stable stars back in, Boom Nova back in on Monday.
Yeah, well, she was out for 2 weeks after Magic Millions, just a quick freshen up before heading for the Jewel, which is in March, obviously. So she's done really well. She put on 26 kilos in a short space of time, which I was really pleased to see. And she's just a nice filly. She'll come back and head that way.
Great news. And also Boom Sarah, he's obviously had a bit of a break and commencing some pre-training.
Yeah, well, a few of these other horses, they'll all start their winter preparations now, sort of the beginning of February, and start to get a bit of fitness in their legs, a bit of pre-training and whatnot. So, yeah, he'll come back in on Monday and kick off and look forward to getting back to the stables in a few weeks' time.
Very good. And just on the Magic Millions horses, the sales team there at headquarters tell me there's been lots of interest in your recent purchases. There's only a few ownership opportunities remaining in the Flying Artie and also the Jukebox filly, and the Capitalist is also going quickly as well. So well done to anyone that's jumped on board so far. And I'd urge, obviously, anyone else to email admin@munceracing.com.au if they are interested in more information. And what's the latest on the babies, mate? They obviously had a break after the sales and are out spelling.
Yeah, so they all had a couple of weeks there in the paddock, head down on the grass, which I always like to try and do, just to let them settle down and clear their head. But they'll be back at Fenwick Farm shortly, getting broken in. A few of those three in particular, they'll be getting head there to be broken in next week. So then that just becomes the educational process. We let them get broken in. They'll come in, have a week here at the stables, and they'll go back out again. So it's lots of little short preparations just to strengthen their bone density up and get them used to stable life and teach them what it's all about.
Yeah, very good. I was looking forward to seeing some of that footage come back from Fenwick Farm. They do a great job out there. And obviously Greg Bennett, he's a master horseman, obviously, of Mackay Diva fame. So it'll be interesting to follow their progress. All right, let's get into the preview. As we touched on, I guess, last week, it is that transition period, a quieter period. Racing heads to the Sunshine Coast on Saturday, where you've got 3 runners. Lucky Jackson is the first of those lining up in a Class 6 handicap over the mile. And he might have heard you last week when you were saying he sort of needed to put his hand up. He certainly did that, didn't he?
My word, he did. No, I was really pleased with the way he went, got back, relaxed, and hit the line quite strongly. So I just hope, we know he likes Caloundra. He loves Caloundra. I think he's won most of his races there. So that's the reason I was pretty pleased to back him up week Saturday to Saturday. He's done really well through. He's actually, in my opinion, I think he's improved. So he'll go there on Saturday fit and healthy and well. And look, we just hope that the real Lucky Jackson turns up. If he does, he'll certainly be a major player.
Yeah, as you mentioned, 5 career wins, all at the Sunshine Coast, and also track and distance. He's 4 starts for 2 wins and a third, so certainly loves it there. And with a bit of, I guess you're watching to the skies, aren't you, with a bit of rain on the horizon potentially, and that wouldn't do him or his chances any harm?
No, well, he's one on the heavy. He handles all going, but he's just a beauty like that. But certainly a bit of rain would enhance his chances, definitely.
All right, we move over to race 6, which is a Class 3 plate over the 1,400 metres. Degar lines up here, drawn horribly in barrier 15, but obviously he's back in grade from a really competitive race in the lead up to Magic Millions, the Rising Stars race.
Sure, and I mean, look, this race is certainly within his reach. It's just the barrier is just atrocious. And look, if he wasn't so far into his prep, I'd probably scratch him and wait for another day. But the fact that he's probably one run away off going for a bit of a break. I think that we'll just see what the weather does. If he happens to strike a hard track, I'd probably just abort his campaign and put him in the paddock. But if we get a bit of moisture about and the track's got a bit of give in it, we'll probably just roll the dice and run him. And his fitness certainly won't be a question. He's a very fit horse. He looks great. And this preparation, I couldn't have been happy with what he's done. He's won 2 races and he's probably had more runs this preparation than what he's had his whole career. So he's certainly starting to come of age, but I think we should just look after him a bit more. We'll still get a few more years racing out of him just yet.
Yeah, sure. Well, it has been a good preparation for him, hasn't it, with those couple of wins. We then move over to race 9, where Unguarded, impressive last start winner, lines up in the open handicap over 1,000 metres. She, of course, won same track and trip last start with the same weight. Obviously, the only difference this week is she's stepping up from that Sunday grade to Saturday Metro.
Yeah, that's a big jump, I suppose. But look, she couldn't have done any more than what she did the other day. She won very impressively, still being a bit underdone. So she's had a good time of it. She's very fit. She's very well, and she seems to be enjoying life at this point in time. So Larry rides her well. He's won on her and ridden a couple of times and knows her well. So I'm sure he'll give her a very good ride.
Yeah, we obviously got her going well. She hadn't won previously first up prior to last start, and has a bit of second up form. So interesting to see how she goes up and as she gets into her preparation. And then the other runner for the weekend, we head over to Murwillumbah on Sunday, where Better Rush lines up in a benchmark 58 handicap over the 1,010 metres for Travis Wolfgram, barrier 3. And she was, of course, saved from a race last weekend.
Yeah, well, she drew terribly at Bay Desert on Tuesday or Monday, whatever day it was. But so we just thought we'll accept this race, and she's drawn well, so she'll head down that way. She's racing in great form. She's another filly that this preparation's just come of age, and I think she's had 6 runs put into her this time around. So it's quite a few runs, and she seems to be handling her racing quite well. So while she continues to perform and race as honestly as she is, we'll just stick to our routine. And she doesn't do a lot through the week. Once we've got a race fit, we just look after her, and she seems to be coping with that very well.
Very good, mate. Well, that's the wrap. Short and sweet this week. Enjoy the quiet time, and best of luck to yourself and connections over the weekend.
All right, Adam. Good on you. Thanks, mate.